Welcome to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. I still have not found my real glasses, so I have to wear reading glasses, I guess, so I could actually see the print. I look like an old lady. Anyway, happy Sunday. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. How are you? I'm technically looking at a crooked screen because it's a new tripod and I can't get it to go straight. I'll play with it later. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Let me turn this fan down. It's a little chilly. Willie. Okay. I'm in the dining room, so it cools it off fairly quickly. I hope everyone had a blessed 4th of July. Don't forget anybody coming in or going out, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. So I am a couple minutes early. Well, it's now 9 o'clock now, so I think I got on at 8:58. So hopefully people will get the notification. But welcome in, welcome in. We just had a fierce storm here. Fierce storm. Pouring, thunder and lightning, all that jazz. And I went to quick go outside, and needless to say, there was a double rainbow. So I had to run in to get my phone and then whacked my kneecap. So yeah, I took a video for YouTube on the double rainbow because it was pretty good here. It's saying 4 people and 1 thumbs up. Say hello if you can hear me and see me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. So yeah, it was a double rainbow, and I'm a rainbow lover, and it was beautiful. So it was worth whacking my kneecap for that one. I'm holding produce, of course, in my picture. I have a whole basket here. If Jean has work tomorrow, hello, Pam. How are you, my friend? You see me? Good. Good, good, good. I'm so glad you're in here tonight. I've missed you. Mwah. As I was just saying, because it was only Shelly and Anthony in here. It's been pouring tonight. Thunder and lightning. And then it kind of was just spitting a little bit. And I went outside and I saw this gigantic rainbow in front of my face. So I ran to get my phone to technically call my daughter to tell her to get out of line outside. But I was like, quick, did a short, did a video, and then bink. I called my daughter and she's like, let me guess, you're calling me about the rainbow. I said, yeah, for Adeline. She said, we're out here. Hang up your phone. She called me on Duo. Adeline's walking around with an umbrella. Like, look at the rainbow, mom. So, she's so stinking cute. So cute. So I took a short video and then I took a regular video for my channel. Only because I thought it was worth doing it. You know, I think this is the second time in my lifetime that I caught a double rainbow. So, hello, Mr. Joe Morgan. How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. So, yeah, like I said, it's only been my second time of actually ever seeing a double rainbow, and it was beautiful. So, it was worth whacking my kneecap. I mean, just add another bruise to the list. What was it? Last Sunday I did the fire pit. It was the Sunday before where I flipped over their cooler in the dark. Oh my gosh, I was still getting pains. Like right here, it was under my armpit. Now it's like kind of right here. You know, it was hurting pretty bad. Still sore, but feeling better. And then I think it was the other day when I went with Debbie to go to Sam's. That was when I think I did it. You know, it has the gate with the points near the chickens. And my shorts got caught and the point went bink right in my thigh, and I have a puncture hole and a big fat bruise. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? Don't mind my glasses, everyone. I can't find my regular glasses, so Still have not found them, so I have to wear these reading glasses. But welcome in, Suzanne. Hello, I'm on my phone at the moment. We'll drop links in a few. No problem. Take your time. Yeah, so Jean's like, I said, don't nobody say anything. And then I said, look at my thigh. And they were like, what did you do? And I told them, and she's like, well, maybe if you didn't wear shorts where your ass is hanging out. And I was like, no. Those shorts that Jay got me, and the cuff at the bottom got caught on the spoke and went bink right into my leg. But she did say that. What are you going to do? My daughter's sending me an image. It is what it is. If you can wear it, wear it. I don't know. Don't know. Thomas left today to go to training for a new job for a month. He left today, I think, around 3:30. So it's just me and Jean here. I think once it started storming, she went upstairs with the dogs. She's been up there since. She was on the phone with Thomas, then she's been upstairs. And then Jean told me that she's going away Thursday after work, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, into Sunday. She'll be back sometime Sunday. Could I look after the dogs? I'm like, yeah, I'll just stay here. She's like, well, you don't have to stay in. Just wanted to see if you could, I guess, like feed them and all. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So, yeah, I'll be by myself. We are going to put you in a bubble. I know. My goodness. Oh my goodness. But falling over the cooler really messed me up pretty bad. I actually this bone here got all bruised, and then I had a yellow line running down my arm for a bit. A couple bruises, but I slammed the middle of my chest, and then it was weird. It's up here. Maybe I hit a bone or something, bruised it. Who knows? But then to do that to my leg, it was just I might post a picture over on Instagram of my thigh. So, the spoke, it grabbed my shorts, the back trim, and I was trying to finagle on it, just got me right in the leg. Not enough where I think I need a tetanus shot or anything like that. I mean, it did break the skin, but it's not anything rusty or anything like that. That was a brand new piece they put up. Because sometimes the lock is a pain in the butt, and somebody left it unlocked for quite a few nights. I realized it was probably Jean with the bags of mulch, because she's mulching the lawn garden. I helped her to weed it, and then I weed it back near the fire pit, and that's where it got left off, because then that would have been 4th of July. So I have a blue Hubbard squash back there, because she said, do you have anything that shouldn't be pulled out? And I said 2 blue Hubbard squashes, and I think a couple of sunflowers. The dogs killed all the rest. But it looks like a couple of sunflowers may have came up. Could be a weed. I don't know yet. But then, like I said, it was 4th of July and looked like we were going to get a storm, and then it was time for dinner. We just decided to eat in here, and it ended up not raining. And then there was a bunch of fireworks here. Did I look like an alcoholic with my hands with the camera? Because I didn't know to look up. I mean, it was like ping pong. They were behind my head. They were in front. So a lot of videos on that. Well, a lot of Snapchats of that. And I posted just a couple over on Instagram. And today, while I had a minute to sit, I uploaded a couple shorts that were in my phone. So, peppers. I don't know if anybody saw that. It was calling for, it was thundering while I was taking the video, with a broken tripod. I just was holding the phone. So I had aliños and the tomatoes. I'm so sorry. It's so unprofessional looking, that video, but the Cubanella pepper plant loaded with peppers. I mean, for a little plant, look at the size of the peppers. What did I get? 11 or 12 peppers. So I kept, how many out? I kept these 3 out. and the rest I washed and cut up. And if you saw my video, I got a wet and dry um, food sealer saver from my girl Laura. Oh my gosh, I must have went through 2 rolls trying to figure it out. Um, but I vacuum sealed some of the peppers today. And this is a giant Marconi. Look at it. But the pepper plants are only like, no, they're probably about that big. My pepper plants are usually taller than me. So I was like, oh, if we get a storm, it's definitely going to snap the pepper plant because it was kind of leaning. So I thought, I saw it, let me do a harvest, quick turn on the camera. And I always get these types of tomatoes. I mean peppers, not tomatoes, sorry. Welcome back, Suzanne. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. And then I cut up some bell peppers, but I left 3 out because if you know, you know. I love fried peppers in my eggs. And then I have 3 on the counter waiting for me to make some zucchini muffins. And then I have 1. Jean's sister was over and was picking my zucchinis. Like I would have left this one go somewhere. Let's see if I can hold them all. 3. Just here. So 4 green zucchinis. And then I have, this is by House Tools. I have to look up the seeds to see what this is, but it's this dainty like yellow and white striped one. So good. So I have 2 of those. I think 1 out there. These peppers smell so good. This little bad boy. So yeah, I am going to make some zucchini muffins because I want zucchini muffins. And then I did ask, whoa, I was snapping beans the other day. Yellow zucchini, maybe. It's delish. It is so good, Suzanne. And it's gorgeous looking. Look at the stripes on it. I'm in pajama bottoms because obviously I took a shower. If it's right up front and handy, then I'll tell you the name of it, but it may not be real handy because this is a mess over here. Let me just check one. I don't want to, I'll just look in this one, and if it's not in here, then so be it. I will let you know next time. But it's definitely, I thought it was called yellow striped zucchini from House Tools. That's at least what I think. And does anybody know, these photo box keepers that I hold my seeds in? When the incident happened in the garden where my tripod got stepped on, he also broke my thing, so I don't know if I can replace it or not. So he snapped the lid. But he did replace my tripod because I'm like, I can't do videos without a tripod. You broke it. You need to replace it. So he said, okay, send the link to Jean. And I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'll send you the link. You can deal with it. So UB size was my other tripod. So I was looking and looking, and I didn't see anything UB size. And then finally I found one. This is thicker, it's sturdier, and it goes up, I think, 67 inches. Right now it's a little cockeyed. I didn't put it together, he did. So I would have to adjust that, but yeah. Let me see. So glad to have, oh, yellow you meant? Okay. The seeds are mostly in a file box, nothing like that. Yeah, these are the photo box keepers. I've showed the containers before, like the handles. So this one was in the basket when he stepped on it, so it's a bummer. I need an extra one. I actually need two because one just, I don't know, something was wrong with it when I got it. So, wish me luck because of the factor I did like a square down near the tomatoes where the, I did the broccoli and the cauliflower. I just did a square and I did some tall top, I think Early Wonders. Tall top Early Wonder beets. I planted some green top bunching beets right there. And these are all by Ferry Morse. And then I used my very last pack, which there's none left, of my favorite Chautauqua beets. So that's a bummer. Because I think they might have a mouse. So then I covered it up with cardboard. And I took the cardboard off yesterday because we were getting thunder, and I thought, let the rain get it. We ended up not getting rain yesterday, just thunder. And I don't know, hopefully nothing digs up my seeds because that's all that I have. So yeah, and some giant, I know I kept saying it wrong in the video, Swiss Chard Ford Hook Giant. I mean, my pack's really dirty. From M.I. Gardener, and I did a little bit of this one from Burpee, I think, which was the same identical. So I did a row of that, mainly for my chickens. But the other day, yesterday, maybe it was, I planted another thing of beans in a cell tray. And because I knew how hard I struggled with my other beans, so I just thought I'll just put it in, I think I did like 4 in a little thing. I did some extra cucumbers, 2 different types, because I think my cucumber plant has a disease. Usually mold and mildew will look like that with the yellow dots. Usually it never really improves. So that's a bummer, and there's 2 babies under there, but I think it said you could give it some lime when I looked it up, but it could also be this specific disease. I can't even say the name of the disease, it's very long. And so I wanted to do some backup just in case, and I did some backup zucchini. I think I did this zucchini and the gray and the green zucchini. So just in case the plants get touched, I read an article today in my email that said about like an infestation of the, I have to think a second, what is the name of it? It's the big bug with the hard outer shell. I just saw my first 2 the other day. Big too, like a little bit more gross to try to kill. One was on my zucchini plant in my tower today, and I lost it in the dirt, and then I dumped hot water in there, and I saw it come up, and I think I got it. Squash bug, stink bugs, whatever they're calling it here. But they're saying they're like really bad in the Keystone State, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Golden zebra zucchini. I should have looked up sooner. Thank you, Pam. So that is the name of this, golden zebra zucchini. And I'm telling you, it's really, really good. It's, how do I explain it? Maybe a little bit sweeter, a little bit more delicate than your average zucchini. So I like it. I didn't have very many seeds left, so I planted it. Thank you, Miss Pam. Yeah, Suzanne, that would be Pam. She has a channel, and yeah. So we'll have to see if those zucchini plants come up. I have a couple babies that are inside the garden, but not really sure if they'll, amount to anything. I just tried to do it in steps so that if the bug gets it, then there'll be a couple already in there. But anyway, you should be sowing some seeds in July, beginning of July is my point. You could even start cabbages And Pam, how is your OS Cross doing? Because mine is enormous. It's in a Kentucky whiskey barrel, and one of the leaves, literally, if you ate cabbage leaves, I mean, it's like, I can't even. It's like just enormous. One leaf is enormous. And I thought about it. If one didn't have bites in it, you could scrub it and clean it real good. Do you know how many of those galunki rolls you could get out of one of those leaves with the ground meat and the rice? Probably a lot. I've been trying to take off some of the dead off of it. I noticed the other day the leaves folded over the head. I'm just going to let it go as long as I can possibly let it go. So, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's called OS Cross. Um, it says Denali Seeds on it, but I know for a fact I didn't get it from Denali Seed. I got it from a different seed company. I can't think of the name of the seed company, but this is what the pack looks like. And it says Denali right there on the bottom. But I'm pretty sure I didn't get it from Denali. Pam would know. Pam would probably know what seed company I ordered it from, but it's Alaska's Giant Cabbage. And mine is huge. I have a couple of squash bugs. No squash, laugh out loud. More cucumber bugs, unfortunately. Really? No. I follow over 1,000 channels. Sometimes the name just won't come up in my head. No offense indeed. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all, Suzanne. Pam says I did a video on it. We are getting our hundreds already, so it was going to say, oh, you did a video? Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. Do you remember the seed company that I told you I ordered this from? Even though it says Denali down here at the bottom, I really don't think that's where I got it from. It's just Alaskan seed, but I did plant some of these, but just a squirrel dug them up. And the red one, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be here to have a fall garden. If I did, I would probably plant some Danish ballheads, but I'm trying to focus on my SUV. I went under that site, Temu, and I'm trying to look for an SUV organizer, which they do have on there. Just can't swing it right now. But I think that would be really good for the back of my hatch. So, I'll post link in a sec. No problem. I'm checking my emails. Okay. bestcoolseeds.com. That's it. Oh my goodness, Suzanne. That's awesomeness. Yeah, Best Seeds. I just winged it. Only person or channel I ever heard talk about this particular cabbage, Simple Living Alaska. So I went on and I ordered 2 packs of that. OS Cross. And then this Early Copenhagen Market, just 1 pack. And then their red one. That's all that I ever ordered off of them. I did a couple of these, but the squirrels got them. I have other ones inside the garden, but not particularly from this. But great job, Suzanne. I so appreciate that. So if you're interested or knowing what I'm talking about, you could go to last year's garden harvest, Simple Living Alaska, and they actually planted a bunch of different cabbages like that, but they weighed their OS Cross, and I think it was 35 or 37 pounds is what they grew. So I have another plant that's out there, but it's just getting chewed. So, happy that I have one going. Best Cool Seeds, yep. So that's a while back because I was at Jimmy's at the time when I ordered those. So yeah, what other seeds? So I did the 3 different red beets, the Ford Swiss Hook Giant for the chickens. I have some lettuce going in the pot near the chickens. And think I want to do more beans. I don't know why. Something's telling me to do more beans. I think maybe because they got a little smashed. So here's the story here, considering I didn't post the shorts of the storms, but so we had like a week of rain that came and went, no big deal. And then we had the smoke, from the Canadian wildfires. And then we had a week full of rain. And the following week, it was like twice a day, maybe 3 times a day for a week. We had thunder and lightning and these downpours. Laura was getting them as well. So yeah, I feel like my bean plants got a little smashed from all that. This week it's been pretty hot, like really hot. It's shutting my phone down, and I have a Samsung Galaxy. I don't have an Apple, so it shut it down a couple times. But it's the humidity here. The humidity is god awful hot. God awful hot. Guess YouTube wants the HTTP to make it clickable. Yep. I think it was at 1 a.m. when we ordered from them. Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's so right. Me and Pam always used to be on the phone really late at night. Speaking of which, Pam, it's a shame you weren't around, what was that, 2 weeks ago when I flew over the cooler, when they went on just a weekend vacation to Delaware. Because I was canning. But I'll be here by myself Thursday, Friday, Saturday, probably into later Sunday when she gets back this upcoming weekend. So if I had more lids and jars, I would do more canning. That's what I would do. So yeah. So that's that. That's what's going on, or with the seeds that I planted. And because I don't know if I'll be here past October, which is weird to put me out in the cold. So I'm trying to get my SUV done, and I feel like everything I'm harvesting from the garden, less the zucchini. She ate the broccoli twice, but I heard her tell her daughter on 4th of July she doesn't like cauliflower, so she didn't touch none of that. I froze it, and she brought out beans for me to snap, and I was like, because I had beans to snap. She's like, it's one of my least favorite vegetables, but these things that I was planting, I mean, she knew about it. She didn't say whether she liked it. She didn't say she didn't like it. That's the thing that's confusing. And that's why my cooking has changed here too, because, it's kind of like, eat it, but then not like it, I guess. I did cook up one of my eggplants. I offered Jean some eggplant parm, and she was like, no. She was just going to eat a salad. And I said, oh, really? For dinner? She said, yeah, because she had some chicken fingers. So then I thought about it, and I said, well, I'm just going to peel one up anyway. And I just fried it up. And I ate probably about 5 pieces. And then I whipped up a little batch of like a tomato salad. I think it's Sun Gold. I bought that one. I didn't plant that from seed. I'm not the type of person to pick a tomato off the vine in the dead of the heat and eat it, even though Jess from Roots and Refuge, my idol, always talks about that. I did it. Oh my gosh, she's right. It was so good. It's just good in general. It's a really good cherry tomato. It's like Sun Gold. You'll see when I do the, I have a video that I have to edit. It's beginning of July's update on the green stalks, the main 2. And yeah, so I do point out that tomato then, but it's so sweet and delicious. I never thought that I would like it, warm. It was just really, really good. So I had some of those, and I think I only got 3 large red cherry tomatoes that were coming in. So I picked them, cut them in half, did some olive oil or avocado oil, some balsamic vinegar, a little bit of pepper, mixed up, and then I put it in the fridge because I was full from the eggplant. But then I noticed, because it was so early when I did that, I was getting hungry again. So let's see. But that was fun, Pam, doing it at 1 o'clock in the morning. The lids will be in the mail Monday. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I could go through the freezer, I guess, and pick something like a meal. So I did beef stew. You guys will see that as soon as I have, I don't know, 2, 3 hours to spare to get the videos. I don't know how the bigger channels do it. I was afraid of it running long, so I broke it into pieces. I'll just have to come up with the original titles, but I was doing like a bunch of things in the kitchen. Like for an example, I cooked up bacon so I could have it just ready on hand. I took 2 Jimmy Dean's pork sausage rolls out of the freezer, thawed them. Now I'm recording all this. I fried some up, like a whole roll, so that I could have it for pizza or in my eggs. Hi, Joe Serrano. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. And then the other roll I did in slices. Made that bean and ham soup. Jean doesn't like. I gave it all to Jay and Debbie, actually. I did that in my Ninja Instapot. So it's like a bunch of things. It's going to be broken up videos, obviously. But I did all that in one day. And Friday, I did that. And then that Saturday, I did a raw turkey. That was 19 pounds, but I only got 3 quart-sized jars. So that was good. So now I have to figure out what meal can I make and use the last of my jars for that. So that's that. I got to see Jarrett yesterday. Hello, you lurking at Paul Honeyman? I don't think Paul's in here. I don't know where he's at. Hello, beautiful. Woohoo, I made it. A bit late, but here listening in on the Interesting Live. You're never late. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I don't know where Paul is. I don't know. Remember, his back was hurting last week. I haven't seen Paul tonight. I hope he's okay. Yeah. You know, he did check out early last week because of back pain. So that could be the issue again. Hello, Voon. How are you? Voon, I have little tiny pepper plants and I'm getting humongous peppers already. I preserved a lot of the cubanellas. Hello, KP. How are you? If anybody has the capabilities to share out this live, I would greatly appreciate it. How's it going, everyone? Greetings from Louisiana. Hello, KP. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just getting over a storm here. You call those tiny, haha? The plant was really tiny. I uploaded the video on this today. The plant has to be probably about no bigger than this, and it was loaded with like about 11 of these, I guess. I was afraid it was going to break my plant for a storm yesterday. We ended up not getting a storm until earlier, and I caught a beautiful double rainbow, and I like ran to get my phone and slammed my kneecap just so I could do a YouTube video on it. I did a short and a YouTube video. And I uploaded a couple shorts today to get them off my phone. And I posted yesterday's video that I did Saturday with the cubanella peppers. I uploaded that today if you would like to watch the video. Unfortunately, my tripod was still broke. So my phone was in the case. I stuck these in the tomatoes. But he did replace the tripod. It's in front of me right now. It's just a little crooked. I'll have to fix that when we're done. I don't know how, because he put it together. That's slightly better, but I don't know. I think it might be that middle piece. Let me not mess with it because it's going to screw it all up. Oops. Yeah, I'm just going to leave these all like this, I guess. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. But it's an extra tall one. I think it's 64 or 67 inches. I thought I brought the little paper in for tonight to show you all. It does have a remote. which would be awesome. I just need one of those little hook things so I can figure out where I'm going to put it so I don't lose it, because that would be really convenient to turn the phone off and on. So it's saying we have 13 people in here and only 6 thumbs up. Come on, folks. Smash the thumbs up button. But so happy to see you, Boone. And there's more in the kitchen, but the squash, zucchini, is doing well. Pam was in here. I'd have to go back to tell you the name of this from House Tools because I forgot. And she remembers everything for me. It is... Hold on, I'm almost there. Did I miss it? Golden zebra zucchini. Okay, that's... Oh, it smells so good. I cut some of my onion tops. I froze some. Yeah, welcome in, everyone. Happy Sunday. There's Vaughn's link. Please go check out my friends, my moderator from the beginning of YouTube days. Go check her out. Happy to see her in here tonight. She's usually really, really busy between kids. She has work. You know how that goes. Hope life is being good to you. That's to Joe. Everybody's saying hello to Boone and to KP. I need to learn to edit. I do have a couple of videos I could post. I'm learning, but I mean, what I've learned I could teach you. If it wasn't for Kitchen Shenanigans, who I missed, I caught up on quite a few of her food hauls. She throws it into the basket. I just have to go back and comment. Shannon, miss her. She's the one that told me about a free editing software that I could use on my phone. Oh my gosh, if she would have never told me that. Because I used to lose so many videos because you couldn't put them together. The phone would shut off from the heat, things like that. So extremely, still very grateful to Shannon for telling me about that. I think it's PowerPoint. I don't know. I can let you know, Suzanne. I did see your email. If you email me, I could just give you my cell number and I could tell you the app. You just put it on your phone. It's for free and it's pretty easy to use. You just don't get the fast forward button, at least not that I could find, because I would love to fast forward myself sometimes. You know, I tend to talk a lot. Some yummy looking zucchini bread. Yeah, I'm going to make some. Hello, Mona. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, my friend. Well, there's more in the kitchen. So I'm going to make Jean's sister's zucchini bread, but I'll make myself some zucchini muffins. Something quick to grab and easy for breakfast for me. Hello, Mona. How you doing, girl? There's Mona's link. Go check her out. Shannon's birthday this month. Let me know when. I will be sure to text her phone. I always do that. But I love the girl. She's funny. I mean, with today's prices, this is what I was thinking when she was doing her, you know, staying in her budget, her food shopping. She throws it in the basket. I'm always like, was cringing, like, oh, crackers are going to be over. Now she only throws certain things, but big shout out to Shannon. Her channel is Kitchen Shenanigans. If you want to go over and just watch a couple food hauls, tell her I sent you. She's just been really busy with work. And she has 3 kids, so, and a hubby. So, yeah. But miss her. I know Clipchamp is available for Windows. I just haven't learned to use it. And Google Photos is editing. So I just need to focus and do it. I don't know anything about the Google one. You might have to tell me about that. I'm talking about if you wanted to use your phone solely. I use my phone for everything. I record my videos on my phone. I edit my videos on my phone because the app is on my phone. I need to get an external hard drive so I can rip things off the laptop. And then maybe I could go live from my laptop. Speaking of laptops, I think Thomas may have taken his to his new job. He's away for a month for training. Hello, Crazy Ed. I was talking up a storm with Ed on Instagram the other night, and both on the same wavelength about sustainability. And then he was supposed to call me for coffee chat. I haven't heard from him. Bonehead. But hello, Ed. Happy Sunday. Remember I did this at Jimmy's? Like, hello. So yeah, I posted an extra video because I did it yesterday, Saturday, of one plant, and there was 11 peppers on there. My video, please go and watch my video on the wet and dry vacuum sealer that Laura sent me. Oh, it's amazing. So yeah, I diced some up and in the freezer, beans in the freezer, some bunch of onions, chopped them up in the freezer. And I've also been looking for property. Good. If not, please find a trailer for October. Yeah, so anyway. So yeah, lots of yums coming out of the garden. And I did leave out some of the bunch of onions. But yeah, so I'm just going to be honest about this. Not because, like, I'm afraid of a stranger or, whatever. And sorry if this is a pie. It's a new tripod. Just needed to go down a smidge. It's crooked. Like I said, I'm not the one that put this thing together. Oh, I whacked the crap out of my knee trying to see the double rainbow. Yeah, nope. Can't get it to go down. I'll have to figure it out after live. So yeah, I think that I'm experiencing some anxiety about this weekend, which is really weird. Independent, always been by myself, really don't care. So Jared came to visit me yesterday. I had no idea he was coming. He called and, I always answer. And I was like, hey, Jared, how are you? And he said, okay. And then immediately I was like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah, I'm out front. I'm like, oh, you are? Okay. So I guess he got here about like 7:30 and stayed till like 8:45. I gave him his vacuum for his birthday. I was like, if you don't like it, I could send it back. He loves it. It's from that Team U. I think I'm saying that correctly. I told him I probably should have got him a wireless one. So anyway, we're talking about everything under the sun. He's filling me on things about his health and his life. Lindsay told him yesterday she's looking. I'm like, again, she's been saying that for months. Suddenly I sat down on the curb after a while and I'm like, man, my anxiety's acting up. Jared seemed really surprised and he was like, why? And I was like, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if it's affiliated to this upcoming weekend, because normally if there's an emergency, Thomas is only 5-10 minutes away. Not this time. And he goes, oh, well, if you need anything, just let me know. But normally Jarrett works every weekend, so I don't know if that's it, if that's doing it, but I don't know. Anxiety is very, very strange sometimes. But you want to see, so I gave him his vacuum for his vehicle. And when I was at Sam's, I picked up, he's been wanting beefaroni, like a case of it. I can't find it anywhere, just for something quick to eat after work. I did find SpaghettiOs and meatballs. And I'm like, let me go to the basement and get you the whole case. Nothing. Probably going to be here nervous, I guess. I'd like to be canning all weekend because I get a lot done when nobody's around. I don't have enough drawers for that though. But anyway, what was I going to say? Back to Jarrett real quick. He's like, Mom, I don't want the whole case. I'm like, well, I don't eat it. And he's like, are you sure? Because I really don't want the whole case. And I was like, all right, let me run in and go pee and then I'll grab the case. So I split it because I knew that's what he wanted me to do. And the cans are like bigger. So I'm like, here you go. I took 6 out. Is this not adorable? Look at what Jared gave me. He's like, no, make sure you wash it. He was in Habitat for Humanity a couple of weeks ago. I guess it's like a thrift store. He said it has everything. And he saw something and he thought of me, so he said, I'm buying it. It's not anything, but to me, it's everything. Look at how cute it is. He said it reminded him of me. It has dragonfly, ladybug, flowers, bumblebee, tulips. Like, it's just so cute. Hi, Miss Tina Ladybug. Speaking of ladybugs, and it's real, like, dainty. And there's the bottom. I think it might have been hand painted. I don't know. But wasn't that cute? So that's from Jarrett. But hello, Tina. Happy Sunday. I thought it was pretty. He got it at Habitat for Humanity, picked it up for his mama. So I washed it today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Jared, thank you so much. I finally have a glass here. Gene will say, like, why do you drink from plastic? I'm like, I don't know. I just do. I'm very funny. Like, I either want it in a wine glass, even if it's not wine, but I'm very funny about. So now I have a glass. I have a glass I could drink from. So great big shout out to Jared. Thank you, darling. I love it. I think it's so stinking cute. I'll just go slow so you can see everything. Happy Sunday, Tina. So yeah, so he gave me that. And he did just kind of say, like, well, if you need anything, just give me a call. I was like, okay, I appreciate it. But I loved seeing him, and we just hung outside. I'm like, Thomas and Gina are in here. I could have them get you in with the dogs. And he's like, no, because I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat. He said, I was like, okay. So tickled over the moon that I got to see him. But oddly enough, I just thought of this. You know what I think might have brought that on? A little bit of that anxiety with Jarrett. It's because I was talking to him. We were just chilling in his car. He's got a car now. He's so cute. And I said, did you ever hear a song, like, for the very first time? And, like, it could be the first couple words or the first line of the song, and it just touches you immensely. And he was like, yeah, no. So I said, listen, I'm probably, and I know I am, I'm a late bloomer. I said, it was Thursday before Memorial Day. I said I had on Pandora on my phone, and this song came up. Well, this song came on. Let me speak proper English. Thought You Should Know by Morgan Wallen. Lord have mercy. One line into the song, I'm outside by myself, and I started crying. And I was like, who the heck is that? And now I'm, like, totally addicted. The guy has so many fun, good songs. It is country, but very, like, hip. But this particular song, I had to sit down at the back table and I'm sobbing. And I said to Jared, I'm playing it for him. I felt myself, a little bit deep in the throat, hard to swallow. And he was like, when I was in work, he said the song came on, and I think it's by Rascal Flatts. He said, and you instantly entered my mind, Mom. So that was cute. But I said to him, I think that song, I Think You Should Know, well, it was written also by Miranda Lambert, but it was for him to his mom. And it talks about his mom saying all these prayers that she probably thought she wasted on him, drinking and going out and all that stuff. And I said, it doesn't really resonate with me when it comes to you, Jared, but when it comes to Johnny, I think that I was waiting, like, any day for Johnny to send me that song. So I said I couldn't believe it. A song touched me like that. I mean, it's pretty deep. He really, like, is saying thank you to his mom, and it's a lovely song. But I mean, first sentence or line of the song, it had me crying. So when somebody can put out some good music like that, oh yeah, I'm in. And then I've been listening to him since, not just that song, but he has so many good songs out there. He's at the top of the charts. So yeah, and that was cute that Jared said he heard a Rascal Flatts song at his work, and he instantly thought of me. So I'm thinking maybe because I played the song and I was trying to express to Jared how I was feeling, it probably brought on some underlying anxiety and I didn't realize it, and I made it about this upcoming weekend, which it's probably not. So yeah. Okay, am I missing any comments? Because I'm down at the bottom. Where it's Miss Tina Ladybug saying, "Hey there, Suzanne." So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. But loved seeing him. He has possibly two. Yes, see, I'm not seeing the comments again. What is going on? Top Jets. Light Jets. Okay. I don't know. Somebody write something and let me know so I can see it or not. He has like two health things that are going on. Our treasured home mentions you in a post. Well, thank you. And Voon says, boo. I see it. Thank you, Voon. So yeah, Jared has one personal issue and then something else he's going to have to get checked out by a doctor. So, but he looks good. He's on the thin side, obviously. I wonder where he got that from. His mama. How's your girls? My girls, my daughter and my granddaughter. My little granddaughter is turning into like a terror. Cute as a button. I mean, cute as a button. And I'm not just saying that, but my daughter is a very pretty girl. But my mom had this platinum blonde hair. My grandchildren end up with it. Now their hair could change later. Gavin's did. But she's platinum blonde hair, blue eyes like my mom, and she's a terror. I made a video about my canoe, did you? All right, well, I'm sure Suzanne posted your link. People can go over and take a, not take a, people can go over and watch your video. She's just been driving my daughter a little bit crazy. So my daughter has a really bad sinus infection going on. She thought she had COVID. My stomach was telling me after like 4 days it wasn't COVID. And I said to her, my gut's telling me it's not COVID. I think you have a severe sinus infection and you should just go to urgent care because her head was killing her. And she did go. I mean, she took a couple of COVID tests, negative. The doctor said she had all the signs to COVID, but she does have a severe sinus infection. So I'm like, oh, I knew I was right. So she was cooking. I got to edit it and then put it out tomorrow. Oh, okay. I'll be watching it. You can watch my little pepper plant with all the peppers on it. It's crazy. Anyway, so she's cooking. We're on Duo. It's a video app where you can see each other. It doesn't cost you anything. It's from Google. Everything's good. My grandson and Adeline are screwing around. Okay. They're, horse playing around. He's going to be 17 August the 11th, and Adeline's 3.5. So it got awful quiet, and I said to Amanda, Amanda said to Adeline, go get Gavin for me. About 10 minutes went by, and I'm like, it's awful quiet. Is Adeline hanging out with Gavin? She goes, I don't know, let me go see. She goes up. Real cool. She goes over to her vanity. She's like, Gavin must have bought her like a vase or something and stuff was squeezed in it. She's like, The third thing, she's like, She goes right to her bed, my daughter's bed, and lifts up the bed skirt and pulls Adeline out by her feet. What did you do? Are you supposed to be playing in the makeup? My granddaughter turned around and smacked her. Oh my goodness gracious. So Amanda tapped her hand and then Adeline, it was a loud smack. I know, I was on the phone. And she was like, Adeline James. She smacked her on her butt for that one. I'm like, oh, that's not good, And then Gavin and Adeline went into the closet and pulled out like a plastic wiffle bat and cracked Gavin between his shoulder blades. And then he hit her back. She had a welt on her rear end, You would think siblings wouldn't fight when it's such an age gap like that. But I said to Amanda, this is all normal. Gavin's 16 and she's 3. And I said, I will tell you one thing, because she was holding ice on her little tushy, And then that's when Amanda told me, she cracked Gavin first, and Gavin had a big welt between his shoulders. And I'm like, Adeline, that's not nice. Don't do that to Gavin. And I told Gavin, you need to go easier on her. But I did say to Amanda, she's going to be one tough cookie when she's older for sure, because she has an older brother. She's like, I just wish Gavin would take a little bit more pride in his sister. And I'm like, he does. I said, he's very protective. Just give it another 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, Gavin's 6 foot something. And the age gap, imagine how protective Gavin's going to be for Adeline, you know. But this, like, wrapping her up in a blanket like a burrito, beating each other up. I mean, I said to her, this is normal. You all did this. And then she's just like, Mom, she's nuts. She's like, batshit crazy or whatever she said about my granddaughter. And I said, well, I did say you were going to have a girl. And they're a whole different breed. And she knows I wished it on her. I said, I hope Adeline does to you tenfold what you put me through. I told her that when she was pregnant. But Adeline's a pistol. But oh my gosh, big cheeks, perfect lips, blue eyes, platinum blonde hair. She is adorable. But she comes in like with the crying, and Amanda's getting frustrated. She's like, what's the matter, Adeline? And then Adeline stops and she just starts doing like this wicked little evil laugh. And I'm like, oh, she's playing. She's playing it, you know. So she's cute, but she's a little, what did I call her? I said, she's going to be a menace. I said, you better get a whole grip of her, you know. But she is so cute. And Amanda's really trying to watch her mouth so Adeline doesn't pick up anything. I forget the word. It's not like a curse word, but Adeline's saying this thing like to Gavin, you're like a dookie head or a poopy head. I don't know. But the kids are adorable. I got to see Gav through this app as well. And oh my gosh, figure I'm 5'8.5", and even if I shrunk a half an inch, like to 5'8", he's got to be like 6'4". He's tall. He's very tall. And he towers over my Jarrett. My Jarrett's pretty tall. So love my grandkids. My daughter and I are getting so much better. She does call me, you know. So I'm rolling with that. Because, you know, daughter sometimes it could be oil and water. But I thought about Adeline, and Amanda Bink calls me and was like, it's about the rainbow, right? And I was like, yeah, for Adeline. And then she said, hang up your phone. And she called me so I could see Adeline with the umbrella and the rainbow. So super cute. Super cute. Super cute. Let's see. Let me go back. Okay, so that. It's saying I can always come cook for you so you can gain some weight. Just saying. I'm actually gaining some weight, but gaining more wouldn't hurt. Suzanne says, oh my, I can't get anyone to smack me on my butt. Laugh out loud. Oh my gosh. What do you think, you're Paul Honeyman? The ghost of Paul is here. Suzanne, that was so funny because I didn't even see that message. That's hilarious. So yeah, so that's the kids. The grandkids are good. My kids are good. Jared just has two. One thing, he's just going through something, and the other thing's health related, and I haven't heard from Johnny. I do know he's alive and well because I saw his picture this morning on the golf course. So Johnny's doing well. I haven't heard from him, but that's all right. And me and Amanda are good. And yeah. So lots of zucchini to deal with. I don't know, it's kind of like awkward here now. She says hello. Hi, Mel. Oh, what did I say the other day? I said, I bought a cantaloupe. She's like, I thought you didn't like it. I said, I don't. I bought it I meant to say rehydrate my chickens. I said dehydrate. And she's like, really, Mel, dehydrate? And I'm like, Jean, excuse me for a moment. You know, the heat got to my brain. And then when I talked about my leg, I was like, don't bust my chops. You know, none of that. So things are slightly off. I don't know what it is. And it's like, do a garden, grow all the things, and then green beans are my least favorite vegetables, she said to me when I was out there snapping them all. And then I did ask her last night, I'm like, Jean, do you like eggplant parm? She said, yeah. And I'm like, good, because two came out of the garden. So it's a little bit weird, a little bit different this growing season for me. I like that I can take something that maybe didn't look the greatest and the soil was really bad and improve it, Um, it's a tight squeeze. I mean, Debbie will tell you it's a tight squeeze. But anyway, I bought them they just had a whole watermelon, a big one, a couple days ago because of the humidity. I bought another one, but I would like to have some watermelon this time. Cantaloupe, yuck. I don't like cantaloupe and I don't like honeydew, but I think I found it at Sam's and I think it was on sale. So I'm going to give it to them tomorrow on Monday. Today they had a bunch of stuff. Extra beans. They had, I picked up a big thing of kale, which is like 4 bunches. I kept a little tiny bit. And then the spinach that quick because the temperature's changing in Jean's, kitchen. And I swear I think Jean's refrigerator is way smaller than my stainless steel one. So the spinach was just starting to go. And I'm like, because I was going to make a couple spinach quiches. I'll just have to get another bag from Produce Junction, but I gave it all to the chickens. They've had carrots this week when I cleaned out the refrigerator, all kinds of stuff. They're bougie chickens. They won't even eat the stems off a kale. But the chickens are doing well. Squawking a lot. I didn't let them out because I forgot to ask Jean. Well, they wouldn't be out in this weather anyway, but there's a ripped bag. Hi, Laura. Happy Sunday. Good to see you, my darling. Real quickly, let me finish this. There's a bag of mulch that's over there that's ripped open. So I didn't want to let them out. And then they help her to rip the bag some more and get that black mulch all over her grass. So I have to see what she wants to do with the bag of mulch. Then I can let the chickens out. I don't want them to destroy her stuff. But hello, Laura. Hello, Laura. Isn't my glass cute? This is what Jared gave me yesterday from Habitat for Humanity. He picked it up a couple weeks ago. I gave him this vacuum cleaner. He loves it. Super duper cute. So yeah, happy Sunday. Glad you came in. So yeah, so to answer Suzanne's questions, the chickens are doing good. You don't like cantaloupe? No. And honeydew? No. She says that's so sad, but I love watermelon. Yep, they're still doing very well. I don't know. Even my daughter, every time, like I always bought it for the kids. They would eat half of it as like a breakfast bowl. Only one time, Amanda, when she was working at a wedding facility, she's like, you gotta try this. I'm like, no. I don't like cantaloupe. She's like, please just try it. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. But, I don't like the slimy texture of it. And honeydew, I don't like honeydew whatsoever. Listen, I'm not a picky eater at all. This is what I don't like. I don't like butter pecan ice cream. I haven't liked that since a little kid. I don't know what it is about butter pecan ice cream, but it makes me throw up. Literally. Ever since I was a kid. But yet I can eat pecans. Or pecans. Honeydew, cantaloupe I don't like. What else do I not like? I don't like okra, but I like it pickled. And that's because of me, Boone, and, Indiana Backyard Gardener doing the okra challenge, the pickled okra challenge. I forget the other person. Ice cold out of the fridge. It's amazing. But I was like gagging, like, oh, I'm not eating snot and all that stuff. So I got to think, is there anything else I really don't like? I don't think so. I like all the vegetables and fruits. Yeah. And I don't like fish that has bone in it, but I'm a huge seafood eater. I love seafood. I like fish. But if I get a bone in it out in a restaurant, I'm not eating it. That would be like you eating spaghetti and you get a hair in it. Ugh, I would throw up. I just don't like gross things, but I like all types of foods. But let you in on a little secret. I am that person that wishes, I don't have to be all proper if I'm at someone's house or out at a restaurant. I'm the person that would like to have my dessert first, please. I am a huge fan of desserts. Huge fan of desserts. I love them all. Um, Everybody's saying hello to Laura. Hello, Twisted Tree Arts. Hello, happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. Remember, everybody, smash the thumbs up button. We have 14 people in here and 11 thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up button. Good to see you in here. There's their link. Go check them out. Laura says, I love cantaloupe. Ugh. No, not me. Voon says she loves cantaloupe too. Yuck. That's gross. Can't tag on my phone. Not a problem. Everyone's saying hello to Twisted Tea Arts. Suzanne says, no worries. Okra is no good. It's good pickled. It was like, I'll make a long story really short. A woman back in my 20s opened up a can of okra and it was like, oh, I can't even think about it. So I just never, it's like snot. I don't care. I was going to try to fry it. Never picked them on time. And then we did the pickled okra challenge and I ate 4 and then my phone died. And I'm like, you're never going to believe I ate 4. So I ate 4 more warm, PP warm out of the jar that was sent to me. Wasn't god awful. And then one night I'm doing a live and I'm like, hungry. And what do you think I grabbed? The pickled okra from the jar. Even the juice was good. Pickled okra, definitely good. Give that to me fried out of a can. I'm barfing. I don't like it. I don't like that snotty texture. But if that part was taken out and some okra was thrown in some like jambalaya or something, I would eat it. I wouldn't really know it was in there. But I love like jambalaya. I actually am really trying to find a Caribbean seasoning mix, my friends. There's a method behind my madness. I saw this recipe the other day on zucchini. This guy, I don't even remember his name. I just happened to bump into him. He's like the gardener of zucchinis. And he was doing like this quick recipe on how you could cook zucchini. Don't make them straight rounds. He's diced them a little bit thinner. He said, you want to taste some good zucchini? Put some Caribbean seasoning on there, some garlic powder, onion powder. Oh my gosh. And fried it up. It looks so good that I'm like, where am I going to find Caribbean? Pretty sure that was the spice. Caribbean spice, I think it was. I have to find the guy and relook. I might have screenshotted his page, but he apparently has like fields and fields of zucchini, and he tells you to only keep between 4 and 8 leaves on a zucchini plant. And he whipped up that recipe, and I was like, oh, Caribbean, anything that's southern, like the Creole seasoning, I like it a lot. I like it. So I don't like that ice cream either. I hate okra. See, and Ed says okra is no good. Yeah, I can't do okra like that. I can't even think about the woman opening the can in front of me because it traumatized me for the rest of my life. It's that snotty texture. Ugh, no thank you. I made a strawberry poke cake. It was very good. Oh, the poke cakes, I like them. I haven't made one in a few years. You did it with strawberry. I saw some people do it with, I think it was strawberry jello was the one that I think I saw. She made strawberry jello, like the liquid, and before it's set, she poured it in the holes. Is that what you did? Sounds yummy, Boone. Hey, not for nothing. $14.99. I'm not waiting to go back to Jay's for some tiramisu. Bought one at Sam's. I either went Tuesday or Wednesday with Debbie, and I think we were both off kilter. But I grabbed the tiramisu and I think put it right in the freezer. And I'm very much looking forward to being like a fat person and just lay there and eat the whole gosh darn thing for $15. Oh yeah, I'm eating it all. I mean, I've gained some weight, but a few more pounds aren't it wouldn't hurt. So yeah. Um, but it sounds really good. It was that's the bad part. What, the jello? Oh, who cares? We all need to live a little bit. I saw a recipe for that and I'm like, that looks really, really good. Um, but I think where I saw it, they put something on the top after they poked it. I think it might have been Cool Whip or something. I'm not really sure. But it looked really good, Vin. Billy, I did try that nasty pickled okra. You did? Oh, you did the pickled okra? That wasn't too bad. If you go way back on my videos, Voon's in it. Voon was eating them like they were nothing, and Indiana Backyard Gardener was sitting there eating them as if she was eating like chips out of a bag. So those two like okra, and I was just like, well, and I forget it was chicken something. I can't remember her name. She was in the challenge too. She actually sent me the jars. But pickled not so bad. Any other way, I'm not eating it. Boone just said, laugh out loud. I have to go to the garden at 7. I hope they caught. Wait, you have a prison escapee there too, Pam? Let's see, well, let me see. So, oh yeah, she's 3.5 hours behind me. Pam from Join Me in the Dirt. She gardens at a community garden. But she said, I have to go to the garden at 7. I hope they caught the prison escapee. I will be locking the gate after me. Yeah, watch behind your back, girl. It's not safe. But the reason why I say, oh, you got an escapee too, because they say a really criminal, I mean, aren't they criminals? I don't know, a convict, excuse me, escaped from a prison near here and is considered armed and dangerous. That's why I was like, oh, you got a prison escapee too? And they have no leads on where this guy's at either. I forget the name of the prison. It's not right here, but it's not really that far. So I read that. It came into my email box today. So be careful, Pam. Love you, my friend. Big time. Go check on your veggies. Your hubby's going. Just be careful. You'll make me nervous. You're close to there. Be safe. I'm not that close and I'm weary. Yeah. I will be listening on my Apple Pods. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. It's a scary thing when they are too close for comfort. It really, really is. Oh, I love some sauteed okra. Yummo, she says. Yup, that's the way you do it. Really? I don't know. I'm going to have to make one. Send me a recipe. You didn't like okra before the okra challenge and now you like it? No, I don't like okra, but I liked it cold, pickled. It was good. Then maybe you'd like the prickly pear. Same snot. No thanks. Same snotty texture, Joe said. No thank you. Oh, my knee is killing me. Pam said earlier she's going to put me in a box. I was running to get my cell phone so I could go out there and catch the double rainbow. For YouTube to do a quick video and a short on it and ran back in to get my phone and bam, slammed it on the bureau. So that'll be just another bruise tomorrow. If you wash okra before you cut in, wait a minute, before you cut it and not after, the slime will not be there. Really? Because I was growing some last year in the garden and I was trying to give people pointers like okra would be a really good thing if you could get the center out as a filler to add into whether it's Cajun food or add a little something extra to make a meal stretch like beef stew, probably. I don't know. I do remember doing that video, but I kept missing my okra. It would get too big, but I saved a bunch of seeds. So No okra for me, says Laura. Well, no okra for you as well, but have you tried prickly pear? We Mexicans call them Napolis. I don't know if I said that right. I have 3 okra plants growing right now. Ooh, that's so gross, Foon. You mean the bunnies are not getting in your garden and destroying everything this year? I have to come over to your channel. Have you done a garden update since the last other ones that I saw? And did you make a video on the poke cake? Or did I ask that already? Let me go into the freezer. I'm going to show you what this... Oh, my kneecap. I just hit it. I don't like her table. It's like where you can't pull your chair under or the wood beams whack you in the kneecaps. Let me show you what this tiramisu looks like from Sam's. Hold on. I got a gimp in my step. Probably not going to be able to see because the top's frozen, but look at that goodness. Those lady fingers are dipped in espresso. And actually it was $14.98, but I'm worth it, I think, because it's one of my favorites. I need to upload my authentic Italian one that I made, but this is the one that I got from Sam's, and it's going back into the freezer. Okay. The eggplant that I made to pick at earlier was a Black Beauty, and here is my Rosa Bianca. That's the name of it. Look at the coloring on it. It's supposed to look like that. But not too bad. Remember that year in my gardens at Jimmy's, I had a wheelbarrow full of the Oswalds that are round Black Beauties and Rosa Biancas. I'm waiting for those Chinese ones to come in. But I love eating fresh out of the garden. I do have to be honest, like I didn't eat dinner the other night and I'm like, you know what, I have chickens. And I cut up a fresh green pepper, fried it up, and some scallion or scallions, however you want to pronounce it. Right in some scrambled eggs. I scuffed it down. I like just eating things coming straight out of the garden. So I picked the eggplant yesterday, and I ate the Black Beauty. There's some pieces left, but I ate them. And these, I think, were suggested to me. I'm going to tell you a story. Papa, my ex-husband's grandfather, straight Sicilian, which is my Johnny and Jared's great-grandfather. Nanny and Papa used to do the frying peppers, and somebody told me that the cubanellas were like the Italian frying peppers. You just fry the whole pepper just like this in some olive oil with a little bit of salt. You pick it up from a thing and eat it with a Sunday dinner, like a pot of gravy, some meatballs, some pasta, frying pan full of these bad boys. Oh, I kid you not. It's one of the best Sunday dinners ever. And it dawned on me where I was like, you know what? It's ringing a bell. These peppers. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. And they sell these in the grocery store, but I only bought them once from the grocery store. I wait till they come in the garden so I can get, I chopped up a lot of them and sealed them in her lovely machine that I wasted 2 rolls on. Please don't be mad at me, but I didn't know how to work it, Laura. I chopped up a bunch and I froze them, but these 3 I left out so I could fry them in some olive oil. So good. If you have not had that, it is a must try. The best okra out there is the one you don't grow, says Ed. I'd have to agree. Really, my neighbor told me that, and I didn't believe her. She said, try it. I did, and she was right. Okay, so what, you're picking them sooner so it doesn't get that in the middle? But let me ask you this, can you just take like a little end of a teaspoon or something and get the middle out and still eat the greens? I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how the cutting off it would affect how it would not be slimy though. I think because if you get that out, it's not going to be in there. You don't get the slimy texture when you eat pickled okra. Trust me, I know. I ate 8 of them. Oh, the bunnies are doing their thing. Oh no, Voon. Pronounce no pales. Is that better, Joe? Joe invited me for a vacation to Mexico. I'm like, I wrote back in the comment section, which I try to be funny. Um, if you know me, then you know I have anxiety. I literally wrote, Joe, I have to learn to go further than 8 miles from my house, let alone go to Mexico. That was my way of making a joke, but I was like, thank you for the invite to Mexico. I'm always welcome, he said. So I thought Jay would hear that or see that and would get a good laugh, or, Debbie, maybe Laura would find that funny considering, like, well, the other day when I went to Sam's with Debbie, I didn't even drive at all. I don't know, I woke up and something was off. I could just tell. So I think I was a little bit snarly and she was a little bit snippy. And yeah, wasn't like my better trip out. And then she disappeared in Sam's because she has IBS. So I was like standing there waiting to like get out. And yeah, so, that's what it is. And I am missing one bag of dirt for a surprise, but don't have it to get it. But I have to do it before this company ends up dropping me. But anyway, we were supposed to go, I thought, Saturday morning, but she said that I think she was nursing, like she may have pinched something lifting some groceries, I think she said. So shout out to Debbie that she feels better. We stopped at Potheads. I wanted a cappuccino. She got a coffee, but they were all out of those clear cups, so I felt like I paid for a medium instead of a large. And here's the kicker. I went to Aldi's for the first time since Jimmy's, and I found this really cute. Stay tuned for the video. I'll show you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just stay tuned. I thought it could be good for gardening and it could be good for camping. So I do have that little quick little old look what I found at Aldi's. But I took my Stanley cup. I only ever take it with water in it. This time I made pink lemonade. And I'm in Aldi's, and doesn't the gosh darn thing leak and spill all down my shirt, down my leg. And I'm looking at the young girl at the register and I'm like, I thought they claim these cups don't leak. And she goes, oh, I heard if you put the lid on too tight, they leak. Now I'm starting to see a lot of things about people saying they leak. So I was ticked because my shirt was all wet. You know what I mean? If it was water, I wouldn't have cared, but who wants to be walking around in the store as a sticky mess? Or if some of that pink lemonade got in my Michael Kors bag, I was like, oh, you know? So it was just like that. Plus, it was really humid out that day. So, I don't know, like I just have to watch. Debbie's a good driver, you know. If I'm not in the mood, she'll drive. But I watch her now because sometimes she'll go to take the key out or something before it's in park. Just little silly things. But I love her. So she's nursing apparently a pinched nerve. So I got to get to Home Depot for one more bag for the surprise video that I have to do, like ASAP. So yeah, the bunnies haven't been as big of an issue for me as the chipmunks. Squirrels are terrible here, Suzanne. When I was watching fireworks, I noticed there was a lot of rabbits out, but they just can't get in here because all the fencing, I guess. Oh, that looks yummy. Thank you, Boone. Laura, it's slimy because most people put it in a water bath after cutting it. That brings out the moisture in it. Oh, good to know. I cut some cabbage yesterday and fried me some of it. So yummy. I cooked me some corn and fixed some cornbread and had some cucumbers. Yay! Is that all coming out of your garden? Shut the back door, Laura. Really? Cabbage, fried. This is how I like to eat it, but I'm also Irish. My girlfriend's mom, well, her grandmom raised her. I think they used to say it was a Hungarian dish. I don't know about all that, but um, you fry up cabbage, like chop it with onion and like garlic and salt and pepper, um, and pour it over egg noodles. Oh my gosh. It's the simplest dish, but it's so good. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a comfort food. Even my daughter still likes that to this day, and she's like, it's always better the next day in the microwave. So yeah, some fried cabbage with onions over some egg noodles, so good. Um, so you fried some cabbage, cooked me some corn. Like, yeah, I haven't had a piece of corn on the cob yet, and fixed some cornbread. Ooh, cornbread. I should make some. Here's what's disappointing though. I bought a gallon of milk and I went to go to it today and it says expires the 9th, and today's the 9th. And Thomas starts yelling at me, like, why don't you pay attention? I'm like, maybe I thought there was a 1 in front of it. I don't know. So, yeah, I got to get milk. I got to get to Wawa and Home Depot ASAP, especially before, you know, like more sooner than later. I can't be without milk. And I like half and half or milk, either or, in my cornbread with the melted butter. It makes it so moist and delicious. I love it. And you get some cucumbers. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. I like to catch the chipmunk and drop him off in the woods. Cute but destructive. Yeah, see, where I grew up, Mount Pocono was all chipmunks. You rarely saw a squirrel. But, down here it's squirrels, and they'll dig up your marigolds. They eat the seeds. They're such a pain in the butt. But the only thing that I learned that stops the squirrels, at least it does for me, it would probably do the same thing for chipmunks, is hot pepper seeds around your plants. It literally stops them. I kid you not, because I've done it. They also say go to a hairdresser's and ask if you can have the cut hair that's on the floor that they sweep up and put it around your plants, and that'll stop the squirrels and the chipmunks too. Now, that I don't like the idea of hair around my plants. I just don't. So I can only tell you 1000% any type of pepper flakes, um, hot spicy pepper seeds around your plants, and they leave it alone. I took some of the onion tops. You already saw that. And I sprinkled it on top of the beets just to see if the onions smell. If it's a mouse out there, maybe it will leave it alone. That's a pretty eggplant. I don't like them much. Eggplant is so good. And if you don't let them get too enormous, that's the thing about eggplant. The bigger they get, the seedier they get. Um, but me and Johnny are probably the biggest fans of eggplant. I think it was last year's garden. Um, I had Johnny be in a video and I made eggplant sandwiches with no bread. So let me see if I can remember. So you peel it, you dip it in the egg and the breadcrumb, you fry it, and then you put provolone cheese and prosciutto ham on it, re-dip it and fry it. Even Johnny said it's a couple steps to it, but it was really, really good. And that video is on my channel. It's an eggplant like sandwich with no bread. Really, really good. I like dipping it in egg and breadcrumb and frying it in some olive oil. It's just so good. It was pretty good. Tiramisu, love that. Italian dessert years back. Going to import it. Italian products, of which tiramisu was one. Yep, also some rum cakes. And, oh, the bubble rum. Listen, I was married to an Italian family. I say that not to be mean, like my mother-in-law was great, but Christmas Eve, like when we would go over there, I don't know where Dad used to get his I'm sure an Italian place. The rum cakes, I'm telling you, I'm not a big drinker. And I felt like twice. The second one was probably the worst. It had so much rum, I felt like I was like punch drunk. You know, like I don't mind rum cake, but when it's got that much rum in it and you feel like you're getting drunk off a piece of cake, I don't want it. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. So that's probably my only complaint. I really miss Mom's brajol. I didn't get her recipes. I don't know where they are. I guess Dad still has them. He still has my Italian cookbook too, that bughead. But I would like to know. I would like to make some brajol. I don't know what kind of meat that is. And I know how to cook a lot of things. It's just one thing I didn't attempt to do. I've seen her do it once, but just watched her roll it. You know, you roll it, you twine it, and she would put it in her gravy for like the whole day. That would be like a big ordeal for like Christmas, you know. It'd be like homemade raviolis, brajol, homemade gravy, you think it, yeah. But I was sort of used to an American Christmas dinner, so it was a little bit different. And now I like both. I like to do incorporate both, but I don't like a really strong rum cake. It's just makes you drunk. I bet it was. Are those peppers Hot Melody? No, no. Makes me want to fry them. Well, best to have plenty of water on hand when eating them. They're not hot at all. I picked a couple of jalapenos though, but I used my wet dry vac. I'm just getting scared because I used 2 rolls already. So yeah, but I love it. Melody, you're so. What does that mean when you say that to me? I think you're saying like Erie, but it's IRIE. Farthest you can go is 8 miles. That's like going to Kayla, only 30 minutes. No, I'm making a joke because I have anxiety when it comes to traveling far distances, goober. Yeah, I hope Debbie feels better soon too. I also felt like she grabbed a bag of dirt at Sam's. Of course, because I'm the one that found it. And it was $2 cheaper. And I'm like, oh, you're going to get that. And then you're not going to give me a ride to Home Depot. Which she didn't. But she got it for 15 and change in Sam's. But it's the moisture control in the blue bag. Yeah, she grabbed that day. I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one. Shut it, Ed. You know, like I'm playing, relax. Oh, well, you don't write it like that. Farthest, yeah, is a word, or did I just make it up? Would it be farthest? No. The farthest a person can go, that's the joke. I mean, that would be how you would say it in a line. No, I always like to say, well, first of all, it just all depends, but sometimes I could be in a bubble. It all depends on how my anxiety is that day. And then other times I'll drive from here into Philly, or, I mean, I don't know. That's where it all stemmed from, was in a motor vehicle. But then again, my ex-husband tried to kill me 25 times. So give me some grace there, you know. Farthest sounds good to me. Yep. I didn't want to say anything, Laura, because I wasn't sure if you put it out there or not. But I was initially going to say, you know, how's the dog doing? If you weren't here on last Sunday, Laura's dog was hit by a car during some fireworks, and she's beating herself up that it's all her fault. No broken bones, but torn tendons in the doggy's legs. Because of his age, which is understandable, the vets would say they can't guarantee whether he would make it or not. So, my friends, I would like to say that Laura is a really, really good friend to me. I said if I lived real close to you, I'd be helping you every day with the dog. But she's taken that really hard, and she's trying to nurse him back to health. So lots of prayers for Laura's dog. She says, my dog finally stood up this evening. Yes! And took a few steps. Yay! He just got up, so I had to take him outside to pee. Oh, I'm so thankful I didn't put him down. He may be old, but he's still got life to live. That's how I felt about my Daphne. If they got Will and they're trying, as long as they're not suffering, yeah, no, I kept her alive. When the vets were like, there's really nothing else we could do for her. She had pneumonia. I nursed her day and night. Amanda came over and she stayed up one of the nights as well. You know, we were syringing water in her mouth. But Johnny's friend came over. His mom was a vet. And it's like pate you have to buy in the can when your dog is that sick. Roll it in little tiny like Swedish meatball styles. Um, and he literally was not shy. He goes, I'm used to big dogs. He rolled it and he stuck his hand right down my dog's throat within a matter of like, I want to say 5 or 6 days. She got up and walked to the water bowl herself. So I was able to save her life then. Overall, you know, I'm fortunate. I miss her. I will always miss her. She was my first dog I ever owned. She was a Shih Tzu, as I like to say. Kids named her Daphne from Scooby Doo. And she died at 16 and a half years. She was getting cataracts and she just, I don't know, her health was failing that day. And yeah, so I'm so glad to hear that, oh, really like stood up and walked and went potty. I'm so happy about that. Milk, yuck. You don't like milk? Twisted tea? Tree? I was going to say twisted tea like to drink. You don't like milk, really? Oh my gosh, Laura, I'm so happy for you. Oh, that sweet baby, bless his heart. Yep, amen, Boone. Yep, all of it was from my garden except for the cornbread. Yummo, Laura. He's 14, but he's going to be okay. That's right. That's right, Laura. Nope, no hair for me. I agree. I'm not going to barbershop, no hair around my plants. Oh, that's like John Pitzy's mom's dog, like obese, like overfeeding it. You know what I mean? And so out of shape, and it's young. It's only like 3. Nice looking eggplant. Thank you, Mr. Joe. I had a little dog that got cataracts also. Once he got about 15. He was completely blind, but he lived to be, wow, 24. Wow, that's a long time. I prefer not to go anywhere anymore ever, but life makes me. You know, well, as far as food shopping's concerned, I don't like to go but once a month. I'm just keeping it real. But you always end up forgetting something, or I'm gonna need like a bottle of creamer and milk because apparently I bought an expired milk and I gotta run into Wawa. So I don't know. Maybe Jay will do it, or he'll give me a ride to do it. I don't know what to say, but yeah. Other than that, people are just not very nice these days. Yep. Before Coco Chanel and Sophia Loren, you had another pup named Daphne. Yep. I had a Shih Tzu. I always say Shih Tzu. Her name was Daphne, and she was the runt of the litter, and she was like the best dog ever. Like I'm not even kidding. She was like mother hen with the kids. The kids got to grow up with her. You know, it's a puppy. Um, the one time I was like smacking Jared playing around, and I'm like, Jared, say ow, ow, act like I'm hurting you. I want to see what Daff does. And he's like, ow, Daff, help, help. And she came over and she was just like, beep, beep on my hand. She didn't hurt me at all because I'm the hand that fed her. Oh, I love that dog. She was the best. She was the best. She had 2 litters actually because my daughter had her and she babysat Gary's dog who was a deer fawn chihuahua, and I was like, live it. I'm like, my dog is ruined. You got her knocked up by a chihuahua. Oh. But then I talked to the vet and they're like, I don't know who told you that ruins the bloodline. It really doesn't. I was like, it's a deer fawn chihuahua. Seriously? Yo, so her first litter she had was 5. Her last one was 1. And those puppies were adorable. Their ears were bigger than their whole head, you know, because between the Shih Tzus with the like floppiness and then Chihuahuas, oh, so cute. But yeah, she was a really, really good dog. I love you, Laura. She goes, it's okay, Mel. I appreciate you, girl. Yeah, I didn't know That's why when we were texting, I think I may have not seen the conversation, all of it fully, that you were having on my live. So yeah, I apologize for that and for asking questions, but I was concerned. Shih Tzus are cuties, tousled hairs, your cute Yorkies. Yeah, I had Coco when Daphne was still alive, and Daphne helped me out a lot because Coco would walk backwards. She didn't know how to walk forward, even with the leash, and you're trying. And Coco Chanel, Yorkies, I mean, they're not big dogs. Puppies, it's like scary, tiny. So I put Daph on the leash. And that's how my Coco started to learn how to walk forward. So she taught her a lot. And I think it gave Daph some more spunk because Coco was a puppy, my Coco Chanel. And she was like, they were doing that mouth thing, like, and roughing each other up. So I think that was a good thing to do for Daph. Um, but my mind goes to like, I hope she doesn't think she was ever replaced because that wasn't the case. I just wanted a Yorkie for like the longest time, and I wanted Daph to have a playmate. So that's how Coco came into the picture. I think my Daphne was already gone when I got my Coco Chanel. I mean, when I got my Sophia Loren. So, yeah. That's it for my dogs. Yeah, because this one was on me. It's all my fault. It happened. I was negligent and it was my fault. My friends, listen, that's exactly what Laura was texting me. And that's okay if that's how she feels, but accidents happen. She feels as if, because celebratory reasons on her property, it gets overwhelming, like with kids and you have company, and it's an accident. You just forget. She feels as if she knew better. She should have put the dog up or locked the dog up or whatever, and it wouldn't have happened. I understand that, but accidents do happen. You know, she has a beautiful property. She has a pool. You know, she's the hostess with the mostest, and sometimes accidents happen. So I keep trying to tell her to please not beat herself up about it. But I know that she is, and it breaks my heart. Um, but yeah, he's a fighter, and he's gonna make it, and she's just owning it. And I understand that she's owning it. But I got really, really close to Laura, and it really like breaks my heart for me to think like, you know, she's doing that to herself. So words of encouragement for Laura, and lots of prayers for the dog. Seriously, my friends, I need all the prayers for that dog to recuperate. I've cooked chicken and deer meat, you name it, and I fixed it for him. Oh, I would too, because I get it. Our dogs become like our kids. I totally get it. And how's your son doing with them? Overfeeding them is just as bad as not feeding one. It's not good for them either way. Yeah, well, John Pitzy's mom's really old. And, she just overfeeds the dog. I have a rat terrier chihuahua mix. Yeah, I saw your dog. It's cute as a button. Duke is just a big old mixed breed. His mom was a bird dog and his dad was a German shepherd. Oh, sounds cute. That's right, Suzanne. She says you do the best you can at Laura. Yep. Daphne getting together with a chihuahua like my neighbor had a basset hound, made love to a black colored dash hound, and all the babies came out hush puppies. Not one wiener dog. Really? Wow, what a combination that is. I wouldn't want my dog, any of them, to get knocked up accidentally by a big dog because, ouchie, that would hurt. Thanks. And Van thought that was funny. So yeah, so that's what's going on over here, my friends. Let's see, Suzanne. It has been rough this week for sure because I've had to put a towel under him to hold his back legs off the ground so I could take him out to potty. Yeah, she's got her hands full right now, but she's nursing her dog back to health. My dogs are my babies. Yup, I said that in my other videos, probably a lot. I feel the same way, Twisted Tree, honestly, and I have to get over there. Suzanne, post Twisted Tree Arts link again. So falls down to closer to the bottom. I got to get over there, check out some videos, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Because look at the boat that I'm in right now. And I noticed like my Coco Chanel is an anxiety dog, but she always seemed to help my Jared because it's in the blood. We have it. And he would fall asleep and stuff. And I'm like, what is up with that? And he's like, I don't know. It must be her saliva when she licks me. She doesn't really lick me. I'm noticing lately she doesn't want to leave my side and she's following me around and it's kind of freaking me out. Like, I hope she's not sensing something's wrong, but on a positive note, she is a very loyal dog, Coco Chanel. Sophia, I love Sophia to pieces. Don't misunderstand me, but I'm human. And Sophia has that backward sneeze sometimes. And oh my gosh, it's like enough already. But the vet said they don't need to do anything for it unless the esophagus is closed. But she never had it until she had surgery. And she wasn't even doing it when we came here. Now suddenly she's doing it, and I've caught her. It was like she'll make the noise when I'm doing a video or if I'm like near her. She does have separational anxiety. She wants to be with me, but I caught her. She's doing it. I'm going to be fair and say 50% of the time she's doing it for attention. She wants a treat. And the other 50% is just because she has the backward sneeze, whether it's humid outside or she might be a couple pounds, heavier than she was. She has that backward sneeze. And it's a little frustrating sometimes, but I love her to pieces. But if I'm gone, like me doing live on Sunday nights, they're in there sleeping. As soon as I walk in the door, she's going to be like, bleh, bleh, bleh. And I try to be really courteous. Like Thomas, he's not here now, but he would hear it. Jean says she never hears anything, so. But I'm usually having to tiptoe around and I'm like, shh, be quiet. I do that to her at night, like if I got to sneak outside or whatever the case may be. So I love her to pieces, but I caught her. I caught her yesterday and I caught her today that it was about a treat. And I was like, you think you're slick. You're just like a kid, honestly. Thank you, Suzanne. She does love him. I'm doing everything I can to help him get back on his legs. I know he doesn't have full strength yet, but him standing and taking steps is a good thing finally after all he's been through. I would say that's a really good sign, Laura. One of our dogs keeps following me and sometimes hubby a lot too. I know why she's loving on him. Her being needy is not normal for her, and I keep telling her she's freaking me out. Oh yeah, so see what I mean? Like the veterinarian had to tell me like your dog's an anxiety dog, and I was like, wait, what? And she's like, you didn't know that? I was like, no. And my Jared was suffering really bad panic attacks. That is, his thing. And it's like she knew, and she would go right over to him. He would lay down, he would put his arm around her, and she would lick his face. And I'm not used to a dog licking my face. I mean, I'm going to be honest about that, but she licked him to death, and he's like, ow, her tongue went up his nose because she got like a skinny little tongue. And then he'd be out like a light. And I saw Jared look for a few times. What really breaks my heart is these dogs are like wild in here sometimes. But he goes to walk up to the door and I feel like I chased him away because I'm like, oh, don't get these dogs all barking. Then it dawned on me towards the end of our visit yesterday. I'm like, Jean and Thomas are in there. Like they can control the three dogs. Would you like to go in? Because he wanted to see Coco. And that just dawned on me just now. He was like, I really want to see Coco because his anxiety's acting up. He has a slight little health problem that's going on, and that's probably why his anxiety's acting up. But that just dawned on me just now that my Jared wanted to see Coco yesterday. And I should have been like, can you get your dogs under control so I could bring my son in so he could see his dogs? You know what I mean? It didn't even dawn on me till just now that would have helped him. Oh my goodness gracious. The vet went into surgery because he said he wouldn't make it through the long surgery he needed. He needed to place pins in his leg. Yeah, I did that for a cat. Sneaky little Sophia Loren, says Joe. She really is sneaky. And I was cracking a joke yesterday, but as soon as she hears the bowl out there when they're feeding the dogs, she's already out the door crying. I was like, God forbid, Sophia, you don't get that tablespoon of their food. And Thomas was like, tablespoon? I'm like, I'm talking to Sophia. She's acting like she's being starved to death, and she's not at all, you know. All you can do is love him in the end. Give him all the love, Sister Suzanne. I agree. It's always hard, Laura, when a vet can't do anything. Hopefully he's on the mend. I agree. I just kept thinking, should I just let him go? I'm so thankful that I didn't choose that way. Yeah, I'm glad too. I've been there. You're doing all you can do. Hugs. That's why I was thinking he didn't have a chance. My vet I've had for 20 years, so I trust him, you know. He said he just needed lots of rest and keep weight off of it, and that is what you're doing, what I've done. Yeah, I think he's gonna make it. He's got you to love up on him. Don't let him overdo it. Now my Sophia had her leg kept coming, it would like dislocate it, and I'm spending all this money at vets and stuff like that. Finally, I was like, this can't be normal. You guys just sticking her leg back in. She's like a puppy. What is that? And then one day she was laid flat out, eyes wide open. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I stayed in the room when my Daphne got put down, and it was the most traumatic thing for me. And my son's girlfriend was just giving me trouble, and so was my daughter. So when my dog's ashes came in, long story short, my son's girlfriend went and stole them. I felt like I was on Jerry Springer. Long story short, it was just really hard on me. So when Sophia, because she would still run around holding up her leg and all this, that, and the third, and then I screamed because it was like maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks after I had to put my Daphne down. And Sophia's laid flat out and her eyes were wide open, and I just couldn't tell if she was even breathing. So I screamed for Jared. I was like, Jared. Well, needless to say, he called Thomas, and Thomas came over and said, you stay here. So they ran Sophie to the hospital, not just a regular vet, like an urgent care for your animals. Very surprised. She came back 30 minutes later. They told him that she's in a lot of pain due to her leg. So they gave her pain meds and an inflammation type of thing. She had to go back like 3 or 4 days later. 3 or 4 days later, she went back and they did a test, and they said, we're going to have to shave her hip in order for her leg to stay in. Like, okay, how much is this going to cost me? So forth and so on. Well, long story short, she got the surgery, and I get a call from a male surgeon. Basically, what it is, they try to tell you, is that it'll make them hold their leg up for a while. But if they're smaller, the dog, faster the leg will come down. If it's a bigger dog, they're going to nurse and hold their leg up longer before it'll eventually drop. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but hopefully that I am. And he says, your Sophia Loren is so cute and adorable, one of the sweetest dogs I've been around. And he said, she did great, everything was fine. I'm like, thank you so much, because I was a nervous wreck. And then I got a call a couple hours later from a female vet, you know, giving me like lowdown on Sophia, because she had to stay overnight, of course. And she's like, yeah, when we went to remove the joint. And I was like, wait, what? She's like, wait, didn't the surgical surgeon tell you? And I was like, no, tell me what. And she said, when we went in there, it was a birth defect where the joint that goes in, you know, to the socket had no blood flow, and that's why her leg kept coming out of its socket. So due to it being a birth defect and no blood flow, they severed the whole joint. So this whole thing is gone on her leg. And oh man, when she came back, stitches, cone, I bawled. I was crying like a big baby. I love that dog. I mean, she was young. You can't let a dog suffer, you know. So I refused to see her keep holding up her leg. In a matter of like days, she was wanting to, like, I had her in a playpen type of thing, but she wanted to jump down, and I was calling the vet hospital, like, this dog wants to go. Let her go. Um, she wasn't sick at all after the surgery. Well, the first week she wasn't trying to go. I'd say the second week. But she was fine. She didn't like being cooped up to a particular area after her surgery. No throwing up, no nothing. Once the cone came off, once the stitches were taken out, she then started throwing up nothing but bile. So I had to take her to my regular veterinarian and spend another $250. I think that was nerve related for Sophie. Sophie has bad nerves, they said, and she has separational anxiety from me. So I have one dog that treats anxiety and another dog that has anxiety, which explains why my Coco Chanel is always looking her on the back if she gets upset and stuff. So yeah, I love my dogs. They're like my kids, you know. But it's strange how it just dawned on me that Jarrett wanted to see Coco yesterday. So a little bit mad about that. So yeah, that's the situation with Sophie. It was a birth defect, and I didn't know it. So let me go back up. Um, okay, so that I've done. One of the Jonas is having hip issues. I've been having to lift him up on the couch and help him a lot. I started giving him aspirin, and this time it seems to be helping. There's a joint pill. I think it's in a white bottle. They actually have it. Those powders over. And that seems to be helping the dogs. They're giving it to all their dogs. And it seems to be helping them, all of them. If you want, I could go look for the bottle and tell you the name of it. Twisted Tree. Duke is a dog that doesn't lick anyone. He really stays to himself and goes hunting. He gets squirrel and rabbit, and he hasn't had any all week, But I did give him some deer, laugh out loud. That's good. Before aspirin wasn't helping, so I'm glad he's doing better this time with aspirin therapy. Boone says, I have to go. My bells just fell down the stairs. Oh my goodness, Boone, go, go, go. Love you. Hopefully everything's okay. Call me, girl. Lots of prayers. Some joint stuff, yeah, or just give him some CBD for cats. No, when he stands up, I'll let him take a few steps. Then I'll put the towel around him because I don't want him hurting himself all over again. Oh yeah, that's absolutely, don't do that. They gave Duke pain stuff, and he stayed at the clinic until Monday evening, and now he's still on antibiotics. But that's all. Okay. Inflammation. Let me grab the bottle that Jean uses. If yours is a cat or a dog, they have it in cat form too. I'll show you what it is. Hold on. Sorry to have to walk away again. The one wasn't in its usual spot. I'm really sorry, my friends. But this one, it's maximum strength joint support. This is what it looks like. I heard they have it for cats and obviously dogs. There's 180 in here, plus MSM for dogs of all sizes. This one right here. And now what they're giving them is this Well and Good helps support a healthy digestive tract. This one right here, hopefully you can see that. This is by Well and Good. Keep your dog well for good. Let me see what this one's about. This one is, let's see. For dogs. Helps break down food. And get the absorption of nutrients. Enzyme support for digestive health. Contains a source of naturally occurring microorganisms. I don't know. And these aren't my regular glasses. These are just reading glasses. So I was struggling to see that bottom part right there. I'm pretty sure this is just one a day. Let me see. I don't know. This print's smaller on this one. And this one is what the tablet contains. But it's for their joints. 16 to 30 pounds. Says 1 daily. 30 to 60 pounds, 2 daily. Over 60 pounds, 3 daily. I know Thomas gave one of these to my dogs, but I think he broke it in half. So that is this one they're given for their dogs. And then this one for their dogs. So hopefully that helps you. Like I said, I know I saw this one for cats. And I'm sure they probably have something like this for cats too. Up to 20 pounds, 21 to 40 pounds. So yeah, this is for bigger dogs. I'm sure I don't know how much it costs, but anyway, that's what their dogs are getting. I think Thomas said he wanted them on this so they stop licking and scratching. I don't know. I don't know. Costa Quinn. No, I just saw that. It's Franny. Fran. No, I kind of actually did for a minute. Who am I kidding? I did. Just come in saying it's Fran because it's so many like subscribers and I just can't remember everybody's name all the time. Information. So yeah. Saying I think Melody has forgotten who I am. Everyone, Twisted Tree is Fran. Coast Quinn. I couldn't quite recall. No, I didn't realize it was phone that needed to go. Hope all is okay. Yeah. Coast Quinn Amazon link. Wow, it's good, Suzanne. Thank you. That's for this one. And I don't know where this one's from, to be honest with you. It's by Well and Good. And it's for digestive enzymes. And it's a probiotic. Melody doesn't love me anymore. I love you, Fran. I just forgot. I really did. I almost said I didn't forget, but who am I kidding? I forgot. You know, what can I say? But I still love you. But anyway, my friends, please go watch the videos. And excuse the broken tripod and having the sticky and the tomatoes and whatnot. There's only one more video that's like that because there is a new tripod here, so that's all well and good. And then hopefully I can come up with the cash to be able to get another bag of soil so I could do my surprise and record it and get that done, you know. You will all be surprised like I was surprised. I just can't tell you what it is yet. Let's see. Wait until 11/12 to order from Amazon. Those 2 days are Prime days. Yeah, I saw that. Because I was like, no, I should get my thing. Anyway. I wonder how much those freezer bags would be on Prime Day. Like, I'm already sweating bullets over the bags. Because I was having the hardest time. It's blinking at me. I had to unplug it a couple times. I'm like, oh my God, she's going to kill me. I just went through 2 rolls trying to figure this thing out. But now I have it figured out. But I wasted bags. I'm sorry, my friend. Let's see. Not everything is cheaper on Prime Day. I used to do some work for an online marketer, so I know. Do your research, have a target price in mind. I'm not a primer anyways, laugh out loud. I mean, I used to be because it's really beneficial, but Gene has Prime, so if it's something like when I need it for the chickens, or I just give the money to Gene, but he paid for this because he broke it, so that's fair enough. But anyway, so please go in and watch the videos. There will be an update coming out on the 2 green stalks that are really filled with food to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, how that's doing, if it needed a haircut, if it didn't. Whew, I just had a hot flush. What else? My rainbow video, my little find that I found at Aldi's. I think it was like $4, I think. I think it would come in handy maybe for camping and whatnot. And then I'll have to start patching together those videos from all the, it was like a full weekend of food preservation between beef in the jar, beef stew in the jar, turkey, chicken, ham and bean soup, pre-cooking bacon that I bought at the store when I went out with Debbie, or doing the sausage. There's a lot of those food videos, so just bear with me. And when I go to do some of these frying peppers, I think I'm just going to turn on the channel. It is simple as it is, because I get the most silliest questions sometimes. I'm just going to show you how I Italian style my Cubanella peppers for an Italian dinner. Maybe. You can eat them just with lunch with some Italian bread. They're fantastic. So what else? I think that's it, my friends. Yeah, it doesn't cover everything, Suzanne, but they do have a bunch of stuff that will be on sale. Oh, and Laura, Jarrett liked this vacuum cleaner. I was like, shoot, I should have got you the wireless one. And he made it reach in his trunk. And I was like, I wonder if that would reach in my HP. He's like, Mom, yours was longer. But he seemed to like it. We don't order enough for it to matter. Yeah, if you ordered a lot, then it would be worth it. Sometimes the seller does the mark it up or mark it down strategy. Be aware where you're charging to protect yourself. Yep. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Was just trying to help save you some money. You're fine, Laura. Melody, you're going to be busy after the live video ends. Am I going to be busy? No. No, I know I have to eat a little something more. Part of me wishes I would have taken the tiramisu out and thawed it, but I didn't. Jean's up in bed, so. But no, I won't be busy afterwards. Suzanne says, and remember, Walmart and other retailers will also do the sales. Right, Fran? She says, no problem at all, Laura. I thought I ordered you some bag smell, question mark. Do I have to explain it again? Well, yeah, it came with 2 large rolls, 2 small and 2 medium. And when I was trying to figure out the machine, I kept screwing up, so the 2 large rolls, I have smalls and mediums left. I'm sorry, girl, don't yell at me, don't kill me. But it just wasn't cooperating. I didn't know why it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Or it would suck the air out, and then I would hit the seal button, and then when I would go to lift it, it would re-deflate because it actually didn't seal the bag all the way. So a lot of trial and error, and I don't know, I'm kind of mad at myself because I'm a pretty conservative person, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just blew through some bags just trying to learn how to do this, you know. So yeah, it was, I think, 2 large, 2 small, and 2 medium. So the 2 largest I used to learn how to use the thing, you know. I was able to get a couple bags of beans froze up. And what else did I do? Some scallions and some peppers. So yeah, that's what I've done with the machine. But I was like, please don't yell at me. I blew through some bags. I just want people to understand. Gotcha, Suzanne. Okay, Fran, not a problem. I promise. And I see the UPS driver almost daily. She does. She's not kidding. She really does. I'm glad he liked it. Remember, I live near nothing. No Walmart, no Target, no Aldi's, heck, no Dollar Tree. So I developed some online skills. Oh, I bet you did. Laura, if you mean, I absolutely love my machine. I love it. I just feel like I wasted some of the bags trying to teach myself how to use the gosh darn thing because and I did look at the instructions, but it wasn't like really instructional like that. And I was not going to call you and bother you under the circumstances for you to teach me how to use the machine. So that's that. Hello, Garden State So and So. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Running a little bit over this time, but Paul's not here. Suzanne's here. Laura says, I live in the country. Also, Suzanne. She does. She always drops me on her cell phone when she gets to a certain spot. So, but welcome in, everyone. Say hello to Garden State So and So. I love all the lovely comments that I get. And sorry I was behind on comments. Laura puts, oh no, you're gonna kill me, aren't you? Oh, I was afraid to tell her that I had to experiment on some large bags she sent me in order to learn how to work that gorgeous machine she sent me. Oh my gosh, do you believe that? And if you have not seen that mail call shout out to Laura, that's what it's for. It's for a wet and dry vacuum sealer. I've never owned one a day in my life. I mean, that's an awfully generous gift, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's pretty too. I'm definitely a kitchen gadget type of person. But I've never owned one of them, and I'm a person who always use Ziploc baggies to like store my meat, you know, stuff like that. But I think I just kind of saw like the here no. Sorry. I'm good. Bad storm. Robin, that's right. I'm sorry, Robin. Bad storm here too. But got to take a video. I mean, I cracked my kneecap trying to run for my phone, so add another bruise to the list. But I ran so I could get a video of the double rainbow. Um, it was still drizzling. I mean, I literally ran so I could get that video. I saw the rainbow, and it didn't dawn on me. I'm recording, and I'm like, look. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, look, there's a double rainbow. So you see it when I say it. I'll post that video. And then I did a short and took a bunch of pictures of it because I definitely love rainbows. This is only the second time in my entire life where I've ever seen a double rainbow. And I tell you what, it was like going this way. So this part, it was so bright. My daughter's was fading fast, but it looked like I could see that it was landing in the neighbor's yard. It was just amazing. It really was amazing. But I ran because I'm like, I don't want it to fade before I get the video, you know? But yeah, a lot of thunder and lightning here. I almost wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go live. I thought it was going to knock out like the internet, but it didn't. I will say the storms here, the internet and stuff does usually pretty well. So yeah, my other apologies is being late, responding back to some comments, but I did that earlier today to get caught up. I don't know, I didn't see them. I guess it was a YouTube thing. I don't know. But I responded back to you all, and thank you so much for all the comments, taking the time out of your busy days to watch my videos. I mean, I watch some people that have longer videos, and I tend to watch them at night when I finally get to sit down and take a break. So yeah, I'm extremely grateful for my subscribers and just the friends that I've made along the way. Boone, Pam, Laura. I mean, look at Laura. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. I never had a sister, you know. It's just amazing the people that I meet. Those storms are coming my direction soon. Stay safe. You're not kidding. It didn't knock anything out, though. You should have called me, girl. No, you have your dog to take care of. That's the least thing to do. I didn't want to call you at all. I figured, because I forgot a little bit about the story, and I just thought maybe you were super duper busy from the holiday and everything, and I thought, oh, she'll call me. And then when you text me, that's why I said what had happened, and that's why. But yeah, I'm not going to bother you over how do I do this, while you're going through something really serious. No way. So I wasted 2 rolls of the large bags. I'm sorry. But I learned how to work it. And I'm not going to bother my friend while she's trying to nurse her dog. Back to health. Absolutely not. I love you. Love you, love you, love you to pieces. And I'd rather have not wasted bags, but you know what I'm trying to say. Don't be mad at me. That's all I'm saying. They probably traveled from you to me. Yep, because you're in Jersey, right? Oh, the thing just came across saying severe thunderstorms. Yep. We had rain off and on all day here. No, none today. Yesterday's, the video I posted for today, this is Saturday, it was thundering, and I was like, I have to hurry. And I only had my shirt as a pocket, Not a speck of rain. If I removed the cardboard and all that jazz that I did, no rain. And then today, no rain. And then it came on, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. Started to get really bad for a good few hours. Maybe it was like 4 o'clock. And it ended about, I'll know when I go to upload my video from the rainbow. It was still raining, but the thunder and lightning was gone by then. I watched in 2 times speed on a lot longer videos. Yeah, I just try not to make them too long, but I'm trying to learn how to do the longer format when it comes to like food preservation. 6 water rescues after a severe storm here Sunday. So now the Coast Guard is doing, a search and rescue right now. That just came across my phone. Let me see very quickly. It says, let me see. 6 water rescues due to severe thunder and lightning. There's that one. And then I just saw another one. No. And I'm still here. So yeah, they were pretty brutal. We don't have any phone service here, but the Wi-Fi is great. Go figure. Yeah. So, I mean, I was looking at the clock like, oh man, might not be going live after all. Yes, New Jersey. So it's Robin from New Jersey. Welcome, Robin. I usually go live 9 o'clock till 11. So it's 2 hours my time. So yeah, I know I'm running over tonight. Hopefully Suzanne doesn't mind and we'll just get ready to wrap it up. You can always watch this back. Hopefully come on in. And like I said, it's 9 Eastern, my time. I wouldn't have cared at all to help you. I know, but lots of prayers for the dog. When I'm out of bags, then I'll figure it out. Well, I'm out of large bags, but Suzanne says she's okay. Okay. I forgot last week. Already forgot Fran. Huh. So I guess Suzanne's saying it's okay to stay on a little bit longer. It's up to y'all, It's not like I just got to get up with chickens, that's all. But, so just to confirm the time, I'm Sunday night, 9 Eastern till 11. I used to be 8, but I changed it for Garden State Gardener. So yeah. How's everybody's zucchini plants doing? Are you getting anything? Are you getting any zucchini? I mean, I think tomorrow if Jean goes to work, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know why I'm procrastinating making zucchini muffins when I'm the one that wants them. I don't know. I forgot last week. Oh, girl, you have no idea. I bet you I don't. Fran, I bet you I don't. So, look out for the squash bugs. If I find it in my email, I'm going to try to see if there's some way I can maybe like screenshot part of the email, and then I'll post it on my community tab about them talking like almost like in what's the word? Like an infestation of the stink bug or whatever. So yeah, YouTube has been doing weird stuff with notifications lately for everyone. You may need to make a list. Unfortunately, I had one. I need to make a new one. What do you mean by list, Suzanne? YouTube has been doing weird stuff with notifications lately for everyone. You may need to make a list. Unfortunately, I had one. I need to make a new one. So yeah, back to trying to figure out this format on paper, old school. Yeah, well, I'm into that anyway, writing things down. I'm just trying to learn like how to do like a full food preservation day. The whole time I'm killing myself while they were away between frying things, the pressure canning, the making the soup, and it was like I was getting nervous, like, oh no, it's gonna run too long. Let me just end it here. Then I go back in and I look and I'm like, it's just gonna look goofy the way it's getting patched in, but I haven't been getting my comments, notifications. It stinks. Yeah, Fran, since I did forget it was you, I have to go over there. Fran, and this is what I remember about Fran. I used to say cone flowers when I first started getting familiar with cone flowers, and Fran was this big shot that came out of the blue, and she's like, yeah, it's called echinacea. You know, I never forgot that from day one. Like, she could name every flower by its original name, and I never forgot how to say echinacea because of Fran. True story. So if you don't mind, so let's see what's coming up. The chickens tomorrow. And I haven't been getting, oh, I saw that one. Chickens tomorrow, obviously. I'm going to give them the cantaloupe tomorrow with y'all. I think I'm going to cut it in the kitchen. Maybe I should stick a spoon in it and retry it, but I could guarantee I still don't like it. And then I'm going to feed the gals. So that will be that video tomorrow. This week, I have July's update on the green stalks. And wait to see that video. I don't know. You know me. My phone's full of videos. I mean, I just work. Every time I blink, there's like another video. But today I was trying to respond back to some comments I never saw. And I was uploading. Well, I uploaded yesterday's video for today. I don't normally do that on Sunday. So please watch it. And give it a thumbs up. And then I started to upload some shorts that I had like left in my phone. And there's still more. I just felt like, oh man, I better stop. They're going to think this girl lost her mind. But I'm just trying to at least get the shorts off the phone, you know, and then just start to try to get in. Like yesterday's video is definitely in order. But other videos, like if you see me making the stew or any of that jazz they're talking about, they went to the store for the weekend. That was 2 weeks ago. And that Sunday night's when I did a header somersault across the cooler that was in the dark. Fresh organic eggs smell. Yes, I am. One of them was bad the other day. I guess they got ticked because I didn't collect the day before's eggs, and they tend to do that, and they'll break one. And then it's all over the rest of the eggs, so I had to wash them. Whatever, I washed them. Not quite 18 eggs, but a little close to that. And I put them in the fridge, and then I whipped myself up some scallions, some fresh bell pepper. Well, this isn't a bell pepper, but fresh bell pepper from out of the garden, in with my egg, and devoured it. I was starving. But I do have some eggs that are in the refrigerator, and I have eggs to give Debbie, so she needs to give me a ringy ding ding because I have some eggs. I really should stop putting everything else before what I want to do. I really want to try to make some pickled eggs with just dill. I had to buy a batch of dill. Dill, and I think it's yellow bell pepper they used, and I think peppercorns. I'm just going to use whatever peppers I have on hand. So, I definitely want to make at least a quart, you know. I'm going through a jar struggling period right now when I have freezers. I have meats I have to put up. So just a lot of other stuff going on. But yeah, so lots of videos. And I don't know. Let's see. Suzanne said, haha, good one. It's a good thing that a chicken that eats chicken's eggs doesn't taste like what they all eat. Yeah, I know, because I wouldn't be touching it. I don't like cantaloupe. And they didn't get a honeydew because I didn't see one. Suzanne said, so true. So that's the live tonight. Thank you for anyone that watches this back. I so appreciate it. I cannot believe there's 10 people in here, like, listening or, like, just being in here. I do greatly appreciate it. More than you could possibly imagine. Huge, huge favor. I need playlist run. I have not been paid in, like, 2 months. So if you can run the master playlist or then go to the regular where it says play all and run the videos, I would greatly appreciate that. So that catches up before the 20th of this month. Yeah. So I had that favor to ask. And yeah, I love y'all. But y'all know that. Love yous to pieces. See you throughout the week. And is there a difference between regular cantaloupe and Tuscan melon from Tuscany? Exotic melon daisy, the essential. I'm sure of it that Tuscan melon is probably way better than American cantaloupe. I can almost guarantee you that. Now that I would like to try. I'm really good for trying like different and strange things. So that's where that other cookie sheet went. Let me show you. Jean is nursing houseplant sitting, might be the word. She was nursing them all back to health and repotting them all. I was looking for the cookie sheet. It's over there. Her daughter that had a baby. She's going to be moving into her new house and a lot of land. So Jean collected all her houseplants. Jean's good with houseplants. So that's what all that is. But I just spotted the cookie sheet over there with plants on it. Let's see. I watched the last two. I missed. My daughter got married and then, oh yeah, and had a barbecue last week. Of course. And thank you for anyone that watches anything back. I really do appreciate it. I know people have a life. Her daughter got married, and I was saying to her in a comment, like, I hope she has a fantastic wedding, and she said she did. And I know barbecues and, you know, I completely understand all that. Life goes on, things happen. I just appreciate all my subscribers. I really do. I appreciate anyone that watches and takes the time out. I know everybody has a busy life, especially if it's gardening season. We're all busy, but I'm just grateful. So yeah, so anyone that watches this back, thank you, because usually the playback, I get pretty good views on my lives. That helps out, But running my master playlist and hitting the play all button and go off and do whatever you got to do, keep it on a 1 or something like that, would greatly help me out. And lots of videos coming your way with a surprise. And yeah. Current. Well, yesterday's video that I posted today was current. So I try not to be one of those YouTubers where my things aren't like up to speed. Not like right then and there. I know some viewers don't like that, but I do have a peach breakfast. It's a peach oatmeal bake from Easter morning that I still didn't post. That I should. When I feel like I don't feel like sitting there editing or whatever, that's when I'll go in and snag a video and put it out there. But I tell you all the truth anyway, I wear my heart on my sleeve over here and I keep it real. So let's say. And thank you for that. Sincerely, I would say there probably is, Joe. Very welcome. I enjoyed. So, I don't know, I just meet the nicest, kindest people. And my cup runneth over. So have a great week, everyone. Stay healthy. stay active. And yeah, I guess you'll hear from me. You know me. If I'm having I want to say this before I hop off. I was ranting when I was in the garden, having to harvest my rest of my broccoli and my cauliflower in my pajamas. But if you listened, you know, you can kind of tell what's going on in my life because I feel like these are all my friends, and sometimes I'm like, Mel, you should just keep your mouth shut. But I do sometimes say things inside my garden. The tripod, you stepped on it, or I go on a little rant. And I'm sorry, I got to get a little bit better with that, but I really do feel very like personal with my subscribers. I'm never going to be a fake phony. You would know instantly if my disposition was off because I'm usually happy go lucky Mel, but my world got flipped upside down and the things are changing and sometimes I don't know when to shut up. So, I mean, I'll own that. I did a rant and I think I vented. But other than that, people with anxiety like to talk anyway, but I'm just a very social talker. It is what it is. But love yous all. Thank you, Shelly and Anthony. She's saying, good night, Melody. Have a wonderful week. See you next Sunday. Will do. Thank you, Shelly and Anthony. Have a lovely week. Let me go back up before I try to say goodbye again. Thank you, Robin. Suzanne, have a safe week, everyone. Thank you, Suzanne. It was great. That blur. Thank you, Suzanne. It was great seeing Voon in here. Love me some Voon. I'm just going to do it just because I want to. Twisted Tree. Saying bye, everyone. Good night, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed week. God bless y'all. Laura, right back at you. Lots of prayers for your dog. Hopefully everything goes good. Miss you. Call me. You know the deal. Text me. Whenever. Joe Serrano says, wish I could send you myrtle berries. The cactus that produces them is in season. Then again, would you be interested in the seeds? I would. That is, if you like cacti and potted plants. I do, actually. I do, Mr. Joe, and that's ever so kind. Good night, Robin. Thank you for coming in. Joe, I absolutely love cacti and potted plants. They're my fave, says Laura. Joe Serrano says, good night, Melody, and everybody here in the chat. Good night, Joe. Thanks, girl. Okay, everyone, that's that. I'm going to end it on, I don't know, I'm going to hold up, I guess, my son's glass that he got me. Love yous all to pieces, and I'll see you throughout the week. Lots of prayers for Laura's dog. Just lots of prayers all the way around. Love yous all to pieces. Thanks for watching it back. And that just reminds me of like Get Smart. Remember that TV show, Get Smart? We talked into his show. Lord, I got to stop. Love yous all. I'll see yous throughout the week and next Sunday. And I love my glass from Jared. Thank you, Jared.